Hello everybody, this is Intuitive Retta. How are you doing? Today is the monthly Trump reading. Yay! So this is the Trump reading for November. I'm just going to let you guys know that this is going to be a long reading, and I probably will have to do it in 2 parts. And I just realized, even though I just charged my batteries yesterday, something must be wrong because I only have 47 minutes on this battery. So that's basically a half hour. So I might have to do this in 2 parts. So be aware, this is going to be a long, multi-leveled reading. Okay, I am not a Trump basher. So if you're looking for Trump bashing, I'm probably not the reader from you. I kind of get my emotions out of it and really try to investigate. There's a lot of different things going on. The next month in November is also the month of the Emperor, and it's Trump's month. That's his energy. So it's a very masculine month. It's a month of family, which November has Thanksgiving, so that's kind of like a family. It's also a month of business, a month of strength, a month of very masculine energy. So be aware. So leadership, business, so forth. So that is the month of November. There's some things that have been going on that has kind of caught my eye. And I would refer, Trump has been speaking harshly of the Fed. And that just made me jump for joy. Okay? And I'm telling you guys, I don't watch really the mainstream media. I like independent journalists. So I don't depend on the mainstream media or TV to kind of tell me how to feel. And that's where the majority of people are getting their news and informations. And that keeps you in an emotional state. I'm not in an emotional state, you know. So I kind of find all this stuff and all these theatrics very funny. So that's neither here nor there. So I'm just warning you now, because I'm just warning you now. So this is the month. There's a couple of topics that I want to address. And one of the topics I want to address, I'm going to put a couple of links down below. If you guys are interested, I watched an excellent video yesterday with Greg Hunter, and I'm gonna where they broke everything down. It was a very intelligent conversation. It was a very thought-provoking conversation, and it was just bringing facts into play and a really in-depth look at what's going on and what's been going on. So if you're interested, I'll put that link below. They were talking, and which is it really caught my eye, was when Trump was talking about the Federal Reserve and how, you know, the biggest enemy, his biggest enemy, which is our biggest enemy as the people, is the Federal Reserve. And I wholeheartedly agree. I started around 2002 really interested in the Federal Reserve and was really investigating things, because it was funny, because 2002 I was an independent contractor. I was a nurse, but I was an independent contractor. So I was taxed at 33%. So I was looking for only home-based businesses to kind of help me with my taxes on both ends. So I needed to have a home-based business plus my independent contractor to kind of lower that 33% to a more, you know, manageable level. Because 33% is a lot of money. It's almost half your paycheck. So I ended up really getting involved. And this was way before people were talking about it now. But back then, and it was so funny because most of the nurses that traveled with me were of color. I think there was one nurse that was white. There was no Spanish nurses. Most of us was black or mixed or whatever. And I remember this business, this home-based business, this multi-level marketing, which a lot of people assume multi-level marketing is a scam or a pyramid. No, there are some, but there are some really legit ones. So I was really into Rich Dad Poor Dad, Robert T. Kiyosaki. And I read this book called The Creature from Jekyll Island. I don't know if you guys have read it. If not, it's a really in-depth book in regards to our Federal Reserve, how it came to be, how our government sold us out for basic money. The author is Griffin G. Edward. The Kindle price is $17.58 and the paperback is $22.05. That's a really good book to kind of understand the Federal Reserve. There's also, oh, I can't think of his name. He just passed away not too long ago. Oh my God. He has the beard, white hair and beard. If I remember, I'll post his links down below too. Because I remember on my pages, I wished him, wished him well in the afterlife. This was like in the summertime or whatever. But he has a couple of good books on the Federal Reserve. And basically how our government sold us out and created this and to the banks for money. And, we end up becoming basically slaves to the Federal Reserve. And the Federal Reserve is not the federal government. They are a rogue unit. They are independent of our government. Remember, our money before was ran by Congress, and it's no longer. And that's when our money was backed by gold and so forth. And okay, so I'm getting off topic. So he's really talking negatively about the Federal Reserve. So that was like wooey, because you never really hear the presidents talk about the Federal Reserve. And then I heard on the interview that I was listening about how Bush, I think it was Papa Bush, signed over the oversight to the National Security Council. It was supposed to be the president's thing, but then he signed it off for the national security to be in charge of it, which was very strange. So they're talking about that. So that interview I'm going to post below. It's by Greg Hunter. And it was a really good interview. So I'm going to do my regular Trump reading. Also, there was another topic that I wanted to kind of, the whole Russia and us getting away. Because I remember, if you remember my readings about 2 years ago with Russia, it was telling me that they were both into this like chess competition. They were both like playing chess, Putin and Trump, and trying to outsmart and outmaneuver each other. So I see that Trump is ready to pull out of this nuke treaty because he doesn't feel that Russia is really taking it seriously. So that was very interesting. So I want to incorporate that into my readings today. So at first I'm going to do my regular, and then I also, they were talking in that interview, because I know I did a Rod Rosenstein, this is before Trump, seen him, and I seen him still, walking away or getting fired from the national security, that he's not really doing anything. And then all of a sudden you heard that he was going to wear a wire, and then you heard that Trump was going to meet him, and it was postponed, and then all of a sudden it was in the Secure Air Force One. And they are saying that he switched sides. So, I don't know. So, I'm going to have to redo a Rod Rosenstein reading in the future to see if he has switched sides, what side he's on, where his mind's at, and if he's still, getting pushed out from his job. Everybody, I have Post-its because a lot of people don't have patience. You guys know I have a dystrophy that affects, my memory and my cognitive sometimes, and my cognitive thinking. And sometimes I really forget, especially like my long-term memory is good, but it's like my short-term and like my middle memory is good. It's just like the first couple of years is bad. It's something like that. So I have Post-its. So I'm going to do my regular reading. And then I'm going to add on to, so I don't forget. So I'm going to put how he feels about the feds. Okay, his thoughts. So I'm going to write this out. Okay, his job, which is the White House, the president, and his home, which is his family. Okay, so I'm going to draw cards for this. And then I'm going to go into, we're going to go into depth about the whole Fed thing. I really want to see what's going on with the Feds. So let's see if the Fed is going to be an issue, because the Feds is the Federal Reserve messes with our interest rates. And we are in so much debt, this country. And that's why I find it funny how, everybody, wants us to take care of everybody, but we are in so much debt, we can't even we're trillions and trillions into debt. To guess who? The Federal Reserve. Which is a bunch of bankers like the Rothschilds. Okay, so this is Trump. I forget what this deck is. I forget what deck this is, to tell you the truth. I know it's infinite something. I really wanted to use my Sweeney deck, but I couldn't remember where I put it. So this is Trump's February. Let's see. So remember, this is his thoughts. This all pertains to how he feels and what he thinks. This isn't my thoughts. This is his thoughts. So whether you like them or not, this is still his thoughts. All right? So you guys get a little crazy. This is just, I'm not predicting anything right now. I'm saying what he feels is going to be the month of November. Where's his head going to be at? Where's his thoughts going to be, So, okay, so this is Trump. So I'm going to put 3 cards for the Fed. What's going on with the Fed? What does he feel? What's going on with the Fed? Okay, what's going on in his thoughts, just in general? Where's his thoughts going to be in November? Okay, where's his thoughts going to be at the White House? Basically his job. And I don't know if you're going to be able to see all these cards, but I'll move them. And where is his thoughts going to be in regards to home? Okay, so what's going on? What does he feel? What's in his mind this month in regards to the Fed? Going forth. So his thoughts is really going forth with passion. Just real passion and aggression. I think he's going to come full force against the Fed. I think he's going to be very passionate going towards the Fed because he wants, the Four of Pentacles is I think he feels like we're giving them too much money and he wants us to keep some money. So he's trying to, remember how people keep saying that we're going into a financial crisis or a financial thing? I think he's trying to avoid that. So, because we're in such debt. So he's trying to have us hold on to as much money and possessions as possible. He's going to go full steam. We're going to see more of him, and there's going to be a lot of infighting. So he wants to go full steam ahead against the Fed to try to have us hold some more money, but also he's trying to decide how to go about doing it. He's got so many people, arguing. So he doesn't really want to hear what all these people have to say, because it's like a whole bunch, you're in the room and everybody's arguing and trying to make their point, and you just want to say, shut up. So that's basically what I feel. Like he's just saying, shut up. I don't want to hear it because I'm trying to make us hold our money. That's how I feel. Okay, his thoughts in general is he's worried about financial problems. He's worried about jobs. He's worried about us having financial problems. The Fed is really going to be on his mind next month. He's really worrying about maybe a recession. or some type of financial problems. The Chariot, he wants to go full steam ahead. So he's trying to get in control over everything. And he's trying to pull all the rings together. And he's trying to get both sides, which people don't think. He really wants both sides to work together to kind of avoid this recession, this financial difficulties, this loss, whatever's going on with our money. And if you see, this is right underneath here. So it's all about our money. He wants to have he wants us to be able to hold as much money as possible. I don't think he's going to be trying to give all these different countries money. He's going to find a way to cut back. He's going to be like, I'm sorry, we can't give you $26 trillion. Sorry, UN, we can't give you 200 and whatever trillion. We just don't have it. He might not say it, but he's going to try to keep our money in our pockets. He's going to try to get both sides, trying to rein them in. So hopefully, with whatever's going on the 6th of November, he gets a better control over both sides a little bit. What's on his mind is we've been giving out more than what we've been getting. So his whole thoughts is on our finances. Our finances must be in really big trouble. He's like, we've been giving everybody everything with nothing in return. We've just been giving them and giving them and giving them, and they haven't given us shit. So that's where his mind is. That's where his thoughts is. Let's see, in the White House, this is going to take a lot of strength. It's going to be a very stressful month. It's going to take some perseverance. You know, he's going to go forth. He's going to go forth on words and actions. He's also going to go on the offense. He's not going to take it. He's going on the offense. So I don't know if it's any women coming forward or whatever. He's going on the offense. He's just going to say what he has to say and keep going forward. He also feels, not to say anything funny, people might like it or might not like it, he feels like he is the defender of the people. Like he's trying to defend us people. It's his job to defend us. So that's where his thoughts are. 6 of Wands. Here it goes again. He's trying to find, he feels like there's going to be a lot of victories. You know, he's going to experience in the White House, in the job, some good victories next month. Okay, his home is his son. I think his son needs a little bit more attention. I think his son is kind of missing his dad. I think his little one needs more attention. I think it's because I think there's been a lot of traveling. I don't know if they traveled. Did he go? Did the little boy go with Melania when she went overseas? I don't know if he went with her. I think that was a big thing that, you know, I don't think he went with her. I think that the traveling has affected him. You know, he was kind of lonely, and yeah. I think there's the mother. I think he was kind of being, you know, I think he was kind of, you know, missing his mother a lot when they were traveling, when she was traveling. And even if he went, I don't think he went with her. And if he did go with her, it still wasn't, the traveling was too much for him. So this is part 1. So I really want to get into, because this is about to die. So I'll talk to you guys later. I'll put this on, charge it, and then we're going to get into this Fed. And we're going to try to understand what's going on with the Fed. And we're going to try to understand what's going on with Russia. And then we're going to try to understand what's going on with Rod Rosenstein. And so that's it. If you guys have any other type questions, kind of put them down below. Maybe we can fit them in. Remember, I'm going to put those links in below. Also, if you would like your own personal reading, email me at rettaware@gmail.com. And make sure you comment, subscribe, hit the bells button. And have a good day, everybody.